Hey, good morning. My name is Dave Lockwood. I'm with Demolition, and basically, what this channel is we're taking you on the journey with us as we grow into the whole state of Florida is the plan. Right now, the first step is to grow into the next marketplace, which is Sarasota for us. Now, Sarasota just got hit by a hurricane, and we're up there already doing work. Initially, what we did is we started doing advertising up there, paid advertising through Google, and we got an email list, and we started sending to the email list. And the email list was basically general contractors, property not property managers, but project managers, guys like that, people who do the kind of work, and they get to choose who they hire. So we started doing that, and we weren't getting a lot of traction. Now, we're also in the slowest part of the year for Florida, for pretty much everything else. And for us, I don't know that applies to us. The tourism in September and October are zero. A lot of people, a lot of companies, a lot of restaurants and stuff like that in this marketplace, they'll close down in September because they don't do enough business to even be able to pay their employees. So that is something that we're just not sure. So I'm talking to Google. I'm saying, hey, dude, this ain't working. We're spending the money. You're spending our money, but we're not getting no results. What's going on? So I get to talking to them, and they're saying, well, your Google tags, we can't connect you to Google tags, and the Google tags let the AI and the other parts of the Google interact, and it tells us what we should send you and how we should send you this stuff and what you're looking for. We can identify what the customer you have, and we can help you, and it'll save you a lot of money. So I honestly don't believe that Google ever wants to save you a lot of money, but anyway, so they convinced me that it was important that we be able to connect to our site. So we tried connecting to our site. I had a WordPress builder site inside of GoDaddy. So we set up, we tried to set this up. Tried it 4 different times. Now, you would think that Google would know this, but the website builder's just not set up to integrate with Google tags properly. Now, they say you can do it through Google Analytics, but they tried it 4 different times and it never worked. So I got some rapport with the one guy that I'm dealing with Google, and he says, look, dude, what you need to do is you need to get a WordPress site. And Logan, my son, who's also my business partner, and Talon, they didn't like our site. The site looked kind of old and run down to them. I thought it looked just fine, but so I went on this venture. Okay, so we've hired marketing people several times over the years, and each and every time they've let us down. They don't follow through. They don't do what they say. They don't. It's sad, and it falls under lying, cheating, and stealing. And I'm still dealing with a couple marketing guys on these books that we're writing, and I don't know. It's not good. So at any rate, one of the things I'm going to do today is I'm going to write a job description of what I'm looking for, this fantasy person that I want to come and start helping me, because I can't do much more than what I'm doing right now. So basically, I went back and I spent the time to learn how to do WordPress. Now you would say, well, geez, why would you do that? Well, because there's 2 reasons. Okay, here's the first reason. Okay, I'm working in this place called Tiburon over in here in Collier County, which is Naples. Naples is a very wealthy place. Okay, I'm working on in this house, and these guys are doing a $5 million flip. They bought a house for $5 million, and they're fixing it up, and they're going to sell it. Now that blows my reality filter straight out. Because when I was up north, I was buying stuff for 60, 70, 100 grand, 200 grand, renovating it, it'd be worth $200,000 house would be worth 300,000 after I put 30 or 40,000 in it, which is really great. But they're doing $5 million flips. So my whole reality filter is blown. Well, on that street, I'm driving up the street, there's this really beautiful white house, and there's this nice, beautiful white Rolls Royce in the driveway. And I noticed the Rolls Royce a couple of different times because, that's not a normal car. Even for Naples, that's not a normal car. There are quite a few of them in Naples running around, especially during the season. You see them all the time. So on his plate, one day his car was turned around and I could see his license plate. The license plate said top SEO. And I'm thinking, why would this guy have top SEO on his plate? So I was talking to the contractor. I kind of had a good rapport with him, and he's an entrepreneur for sure. He was involved in some stuff where they were putting in power plants in third world countries. So pretty cool stuff. That's how he was pursuing his wealth. Although being a contractor in Naples is a pretty good way to do it too. So he says, that's the guy that's the CEO of Hertz. I'm like, okay. He said, Hertz Rent-A-Car. I'm like, no kidding. So that's stuck in my head all these years. So you got the guy that runs and owns Hertz Rent-A-Car, and on his license plate it says top SEO. So now I'm listening to Alex Hormozy, Daryl Ives, all these different guys, and they've had all the same problems with marketing people that I have had. So I'm sold on the fact that I need to know how to do it, at least so I can direct it. Now I can hire somebody to do the functions of it, but I need to know what I'm doing in order to say, hey, no, you need to do it this way. No, you need to do it that way. Now, do I need to be an expert at it? It would help, but I don't have to be an expert at it. I don't have to be an expert at it because the way they've got all the tools out there today, you're able to measure stuff. Okay, now we're not set up to measure everything like we should be. That's where we're headed. Now, I know how to run Remove It Pros. We know how to run Remove It Pros. We have no problem with that. What we don't know how to do is we don't know how to go into a new marketplace and dominate it. So that's where we're at. So in order to go into a new marketplace, we're at 97% of our business comes from word of mouth, and most of the other 3% comes from our trucks. Our trucks are billboards. We put everything we do on every panel of our trucks and our dump trailers, and we keep it nice and clean in that, and it works. So between word of mouth and people seeing us working down the street for their buddy, that's where we get the majority of our business. So now when we go into a new marketplace, yes, when the trucks are up there, it's going to help dramatically, but I got to get the trucks up there. In order to get the trucks up there, I need jobs. In order to get the jobs, well, I have to advertise. Now, I don't know how to advertise in a new marketplace. That's what we're learning. So Google says go get WordPress site. I set the WordPress site up. I've got it 95% where I want it. There's some things I want to change on it. I can navigate that pretty good now. I'm proficient. I'm not a professional, but I'm proficient at it. Now I'm learning SEO. Now you say, geez, why would you do that? Same problem. Got marketing people that I can't trust to do their job and who have basically bilked us out of all kinds of money. I'll give you an example. I hired a marketing company. I talked to him. I'm talking to him online. Get the guy on the phone. Sharp guy. Really sharp guy. No doubt. Knows this stuff. So I talk to him. We get rolling. And he convinces me that we need to do this and this and this. And it was like $3,000 to get started. So I gave him the $3,000. And then it was $1,000 a month. And it was going to take, 4 weeks to get it implemented and rolling. Okay, so in that time frame of about 4 months, he's said it would take 4 weeks. So I kind of worked directly with him a little bit. So then I have this other lady getting a hold of me, and she's implementing some of this stuff. And then I have this other lady that's doing the same thing, and they're interacting with me, and they haven't taken the time to understand my business, to understand what I need. So they're setting up these campaigns, and they're getting the kind of business I don't want. They're getting waste management, garbage pickup, and people are calling my office saying, hey, you didn't pick up my garbage, that kind of stuff. And these are things that I told them up front. So he's burning my ad spend up doing that. So meanwhile, after 4 months, now our ads were working. Okay, now they weren't working as well as I wanted them to, but they were working. He turned all my ads off to put his ads in play. His ads never came out of the learning stage. For 4 months, I had just started machine-driven demolition. We have been pretty much all doing all hands-on demolition for the majority of the business career that we've had since 2010. Now, we were affordable demolition for a few years, and then we decided that we had something special here, and we branded it, and we named it Remove It Pros, which was in 2014. But we've really been doing the junk removal demolition thing since 2010. Okay, so start the machine-driven stuff, and we're busy. We're doing good. Okay, we're not doing as good as we could be doing. There's a lot of business that we didn't get. Our ads weren't running. Our ads weren't running because this knucklehead turned off our ads, gave me some person from India that had no freaking idea what they were doing. He's telling them what to do in the backhand. They're not following his instructions. They're burning up my ad spend, and they didn't get anywhere. I bet they cost me $200,000 to $500,000. And so anyway, that's where I'm at with this. So I have gone back to school to learn how to do this. Now, I got an infection in my hand. Okay, we don't know how this happened, but it happened. I'm taking some medicine that lowers my ability to fight off infection. So I get this in my hand. They misdiagnose it. My dermatologist messed up. She had no idea what this was. She's trying to treat it. She's hitting it with liquid nitrogen. Okay. I can't get back in to see her because they're all so freaking busy down here. And so she pissed this off, made it worse. It traveled up my arm. I finally get back in to see her. She's freaking out. She sends me to an infectious disease doctor who says I have to notify the CDC. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So anyway, I go through all that. So now I'm getting IV and IVs, antibiotic IVs every day for the next month. So anyway, that's what you see right here. So anyway, here's what happened, and this is the reason I brought this up. Doctor's freaking out. The infectious disease doctor is very concerned, calls me up. I go down to see her. She had me on antibiotics for 4 days. I said, hey, it looks better, doesn't it? She says, no, it doesn't look better. I'm like, whoa. She is visibly concerned. When the doctor gets concerned, now of course, you get concerned as well. So she tells me, hey, you need to go get this done and this done, and you need to go back to the dermatologist. They need to get me a culture, and then you need to go to get a CAT scan or a CD or a scan on your arm. We want to see how far this has gone up your arm, and so on and so forth. So she says, and you got to do this right away. And she's like, and I'm like, okay, no problem. I said, she sets up this appointment with Quest here so I can get the CT scan. And she says, now this, you need to get a hold of this dermatologist thing. Well, I have no confidence in the dermatologist, neither does she. So I'm driving down the street. This is a half hour later. She calls me up and she says, look, I don't think they can get this done quick enough. This is very important. She says, you need to go to the emergency room. I'm thinking, Okay, all right. So that's what I did. So I go to the emergency room thinking I was going to be there for 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours or at least overnight. Well, I was there for 3 nights, 4 days. So what did I do? Well, guess what? I read a book on how to do SEO. The SEO book talked about Yoast. I subscribed to Yoast and I went in and started working on it. Now, I already had a subscription to SEMrush. So these are something that you do to analyze keywords in your competition. And there's another program in there called Wincher. So I went back to school for 4 days and I worked from 3:30 in the morning and 4 o'clock in the morning to all day long in this hospital room, isolated away from everybody other than the nurses coming in every hour. And I put myself back to school. So when I get off this, when I get done with this, I'm going to jump back on that. So I learned all kinds of stuff that I knew a little bit about, didn't know how it tied together, and it taught me everything that I need to know about SEO. Now, how important is SEO? Well, that's for organic ranking, and it's pretty important. You can pay Google, but all my competitors are paying Google too. So they are the better set up that your website is. In other words, the more things you do the way that Google wants you to do them. And it's funny that when you talk about that, the way Google wants you to do them, what that also means though is it's how your customer wants to react with you, because that's what Google's doing. Google doesn't care about me. They care about me providing customer service to the person who is my customer, who is also their customer, and then I follow through and do everything I'm supposed to do. That's what Google wants. I want the same thing, because then I get more business and I grow my company and so on and so forth. So very cool thing. So that's what I'm going to do. When I get off of here, it's Saturday morning. I'll have very limited amount of interruptions today, and I'm going to bang through this stuff. It's not going to take, I don't know how long it's going to take. It's going to take however long it's going to take. So things like, what do they call it? Your cornerstone article. That's what I'm working on right now. Now, the way that Yoast is set up is they have the green light, the orange light, and the red light. When you're writing your ads, if you got a green light, you got it the way they need it. If it's an orange light, that means you're not quite there. If it's red, it's absolutely wrong. So right now, my cornerstone article, which needs to be 900 words long, these are things that you learn inside of this stuff, which I had no idea. I have just put this together just a little bit, and our phone's already ringing up there for search engine stuff. Now, Wincher also has AI involved in the middle of it, so it's automatically doing certain things behind the scenes anyway. So I am identifying what my competition's doing through SEMrush and Wincher. I am implementing it through Yoast, and it's working already. So very excited. Now, Talon is very excited because we were doing all this stuff and the phone wasn't ringing. So either the marketplace is changing and there's more people looking. Now, the amount of people that are looking for our business stuff in the whole country, I can see that on through SEMrush and through Wincher. Well, it's not that many. So, but I also, my dominant key phrase, which I didn't really realize it was demolition contractor, or demolition contractors, or demolition contractor near me. Those are my 3 dominant keywords. Now, I always thought it was building demolition, okay? So I'm actually in about 5 different industries. I'm in flooring removal, concrete removal, selective demolition, which is hands-on demolition. I'm in building demolition, and I'm in junk removal, and I'm a resale shop. Okay, I probably said junk removal twice. So anyway, I'm doing all these businesses. So anyway, that's it. That's my vlog for today. So I'm This is the second day being at home doing these daggone infusions on my own, and I'm going to go on a bike ride today. I've been kind of stuck in the hospital for 4 days. I'm going to get on this SEO stuff and work on it for probably 4 or 5 hours, and then go on a bike ride. And then I'm going to make sure that I'm going to get an ad written up so that I can get some people in here to help me do all the things that I'm doing. And that's pretty much it. So it's Remove It Pros Demolition is the name of our main channel. This is the Remove It Pros Pure Entrepreneur. Our junk removal book is pretty much done, so it's going to get printed here in a minute. Get my ISBN number, ISBN number. I should have that shortly. The website, author website is going up here shortly. I got the name. Dave Lockwood is my website, www.davelockwood.com. So a lot of things going on, and now I'm going to start putting out content on how to do this stuff, paid content. So, I spent a year of building trust. This is the 26th. On the 31st of this month, we will have been at this for 1 year on YouTube. So 11,500,000 views, 38,700 subscribers. We're learning, we're growing. It's fun. I love it. It's a blast. Yesterday we filmed 3 very interesting things that are going on in this marketplace, and we're going to put those out here shortly. And that's it. So hey, I'll see you on the next video.